Hello guys, I'm going to be sharing my workflow on how I create custom character animation from DAZ3D to Blender using Mixamo animation and retargeting it on my character on Blender before bringing it into CLO3D to animate my clothes and taking it back into Blender. So all this will be explained in this tutorial video you're watching right now. So make sure you have all these prepared on your system. And if you don't have, the links to each video installation will be added in the description of this tutorial video. So before we continue, don't forget to click on subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So this is my DAZ3D. DAZ3D is a free software where you can get free characters to use in your project, and you can also tweak them on Blender, and you can make some tweaks also on DAZ3D too. So I'll just share a tips on that. So going to be using the figure. So like this is the figure here, and this is where we can get our character. So I'm going to be using Genesis 8. Yeah, double click for it to load. Yes, reading asset, and we have this on our screen here. So for you to tweak your character on DAZ3D or your figure, Genesis figure, so just go to the parameter. You can see, go to the parameter here. It's going to look like this. Then, or if it's like this, then you need to just click on the drop down, then click on the actor, and then you can adjust anything. You can see the ear of the character. You can see this. For Ctrl Z to make it look like the way it is, you can see this. So the hand stretching and all this. So you can do all this here on DAZ3D before bringing it into Blender. So for taking it into Blender, I'm going to be using the the diffeomorphic add-on. I always talk about it in most of my tutorial, but if you are new here, no problem, I got you covered. So this is the diffeomorphic add-on. This is the website to download diffeomorphic add-on, diffeomorphic.blogspot.com. But the installation is quite complex, it's not straightforward. So the tutorial to install this software on your DAZ and Blender for easy importing from DAZ to Blender is going to be in the description box too. So just follow that tutorial and you'll be able to do exactly what I am doing right now. So let me go back to DAZ3D. So let me first save this, Ctrl S. So I'm going to save it in my document Genesis 8, and I'll just save it as mail. Yeah, and select save and select accept. Then we're going to go to file. I'm going to go to this export to Blender. No, there are two ways you can bring it into Blender. There's DAZ to Blender bridge. I don't use that anymore. This one is better because it gives me better texturing. Like the texturing here is more of quality than DAZ to Blender bridge. So I'm going to select save, and I also can use Rigify on this character. You know about Rigify, the I key and the F key, so you can use that on this character. But that's by the way. So I'm going to select save and accept. So that's good. Now let's go back to Blender. So this is Blender, and you can see we have these two things here. So when you install the diffeomorphic add-on, you have the DAZ setup and you have DAZ runtime here, and this is the Rigify here. This is where you can use Rigify here. You can do this here on this particular add-on. So that is why I prefer this also, and it's more understandable. So I'm going to just click on the DAZ setup, and we are going to select import DAZ manually. Then you can see we have the mail here, mail. Then click on the mail here and import DAZ manually. So we're going to wait for it to load. So you can see we have our character here. So this is it. So let me just click on this to reduce lagging a bit. Yeah, this is better. So the next thing we are going to do is to animate our character using Mixamo animation. So which is not going to be hard. And we're going to be retargeting with the with the BVH retargeter. I think I have this down here. Let me see this. Okay, this is the BVH retargeter, and the same place we downloaded. We are going to download this diffeomorphic add-on. Is the same place you get the BVH retargeter. So this is it here. The tutorial to install this add-on to, the link will be in the description box. But this add-on is quite straightforward, so you can install it like the way you install other add-on you get. So you can just click on stable version 4.50, download it and install it the way you install add-on on your Blender. So but let me minimize it. All these tutorials will be in the description box, so you don't need to worry. So we have this. So let me go to Mixamo. Let's go back to that website. Yeah, so this is Mixamo here. You can see this is it here, and I'm going to change this character because I animated the character before, but then we can always change the character. So coming, we are in this. So yeah, because I'm trying to look for where I can change my character back. So this is the character. I have to click on this. So this is the default character on Mixamo. So I've changed it back to default character on Mixamo. So let's go back to animation by clicking on this top icon here, or top button. So we can just look for any animation. Let's say waving. Let me see if this is fine. waving. Yeah, so let's see if I'll get something related to waving. Let's use this one. So I'll use this one. So one thing I consider when using animation from example is the closeness of the hand to the body of the character. You can see the hand is very close to the body of the character. Let me show you. So when he drops his hand, so you can see that. So I try to avoid that, or else you get a bad animation on CLO3D. So I will just increase the arm space. Let me see this, if this is fine. So try to make sure your hand is not too close to the extent that it penetrates the body of the character. So it's very, very important. So just adjust the arm space. Okay, I think this is better. Let's see. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, this is better. So we can go with this. You can go with this. So this is a 95 frame animation. So I'm going to select download. You actually can download with just without skin. I don't need the character, so let's download without skin. So we just have the bone and select download. I think it should go now. So let's see. Still downloading asset. Okay, yeah, it's downloading now. So let me just go back to Blender. So I'm going back to Blender. This is Blender. So this is the BVH retargeter. Sorry. So I think there are two ways I can do this, but let me just do it the way I know it. So I'm going to just call this animation. Let me bring the bone here. So I'm going to select file, import FBX. Yeah. So I'm going to go to download. I'm going to select waving and bring it import. Yeah, I think that you don't need to check add-in. So we have something like this. You can see this. So let's go to the first frame, but not a big deal. So now that the bone has been selected, then you need to select the bone of the character. So I'm going to hold on shift if I'm right. Yeah, so that's good. And we are going to select retarget selected to active. Yes. So and select OK. Okay, you might face this. So what I did, they said apply object rotation on source rig. So the source rig is the one we brought from Mixamo. So select this, Control A, and apply what is not rotation if I'm right. Yes, rotation. Good. Then we are going to do that again. Hold on shift and hold on the bone of the character and select retarget selected to active and select OK. So this will take a while, which I'll skip the process. Good. So we have this. I'm coming. Let me pull this. You can see we have something like this and waving hand and stuff like that. So this is cool. So now we have about 95 frames. So let me change my end frame to 95. No, I'm not changing to 95 frames. I'll show you something. So first I'm going to delete this. I don't even need this. So if I don't delete, let me just turn this off. So let's click on the bone of the character. Yes. And I'm going to go to Control Tab is to pose mode. Select all the bone. Good. So let me change this frame to 120. And we are going to pull this inside. So you can see this. So this is the first frame. So this particular frame, I want to delete it because this is outside. You can see it's outside the zero, or it's on the zero, outside the zero frame, anyone you call it. So I'm going to delete it. Select delete on your keyboard, delete it. So we have something like this. I want to show you something now. It's very, very important. So select all the keyframe, then drag it down to like the let's say 30th frame. Yes, and this is like 125. So let's change it to 125. You can see this. So now I'm going to go to the first frame. You can see this, and we are still on pose mode, don't forget. So click on pose, click on clear transform, and click on all. It's going to start with a pose. Now the reason why I'm doing it because when you want to animate your clothes on CLO3D, after designing your clothes on CLO3D using the a pose, you get, and you want to bring in your animation, it to transit from the a pose into the actual animation you want it to dance or to display. Actual animation you want it to display. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm now going to click on I to keyframe that, and then we have something that is like this. You can see this. You can see how this is good. So that's just it. To just sync from the a pose of the character dressing and stuff like that. So we are good to go. So let's go back to file. Sorry, let's go back to tab mode, object mode. I mean, sorry, my bad. So this is it now. We have something like this. We don't really need much. We just need the mesh let me see, is it the mesh? Yeah, we need the mesh. You don't even need the highlight, but you can export everything. So I'm just going to select this and this. We're going to make two export. One is the Alembic, which is for the animation, and one is the pose mode where we used to dress our character up. So this is what we are going to do. So after selecting all these, I'm going to go to file, I'm going to go to export, I'm going to go to OBJ if I'm right, and this is let's go to download, and let's click on selection only actually. So OBJ, and let's select mail. Yeah, mail, and select export OBJ. You can see that. So that's good. And we're going to select file, and we're going to select export. We're going to select Alembic. Same on our downloads too. Selection only, and let's select mail too, and export Alembic. So fast. So you can see this. So now let's go to CLO3D. So welcome into CLO3D. And anyway, this is a paid software. Sorry, I think that's it. It's a paid software, but I think they have 30 days free trial. I'm right. That's if they still do. So let's continue. So I'm going to select file. I'm going to select import OBJ. We're going to bring our character in. Select mail and select open. You can select add. Make sure your unit is in meter. Meter is very, very important. If it's in millimeter, centimeter, it's either you have a very big character or a very small character. Meter is very, very important because the exporting value of or unit of Blender is in meter. So this is our character. You can see this. So anyway, I'm just going to look for some design outfit. Just place it on it so that you can skip this process. I'm coming. Okay, so let me go to my library. Okay, let me just add this one first. Add, and select add. We have these. So we have this. I'm going to, let me see, simulate this. Yeah, so just pull it down a bit. Yeah, we are good to go. Let me see. So before I add the shirt, let me check my UV editor. Where's the, yeah, UV editor, sorry. So we have this, and I'm going to select all this pattern. Let me adjust this tab above. Yeah, so I need to set this properly. Oh yeah, more than this. So let me select Ctrl A to select all the part. Okay, let me just select it, because if I don't select, it's not going to select the button, or is it the zipper here? So let me just highlight everything. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to go to selector and set it as 2, so I to stay on this box. I want to put the shirt on this particular box. I'm going to select apply. You can see this. Why is it scattered? I'm not even surprised anyway. So but then I'll just put it manually. It's always like this. I don't know why it's always like this. So anyway, it's always good that you don't you don't squeeze your pattern. Don't make it too small. You can use as many tile as you want when you want to arrange your pattern on a UV tile. Let me see this. And why is this outside the box? Or else you see this purple. Is it purple? I'll call it, or pink. Coming. So I still selected this part. Still loading. So I am going to just, okay, let's see, there's space here, so let me just put this here. So we are good to go. So let me just cancel this. So I need a shirt. I saw this before. Okay, I've seen one. I can use this actually. So let me just double click on this. Nope. Select add and select OK. So let me just cancel this for now. I'll bring this back later. So bring this and this. So the best thing I advise you to do in this situation is to increase the layer. So make sure you selected the pattern. I have both here. Yeah. So then you go to the property editor and increase the layer to, where's the layer? Okay, the layer to probably like 2. It still is fine. Yeah, it turns green and just simulate. You can see, so we have something like this, and the stubborn ones you can just always pull it out, something here. So let's put this, I don't know, pull it, and we have something like this. Yeah, good. You can see this. Why is it still sucking this in? That's enough. That is enough. So after getting a good result, just stop this. I don't know why it's sucking this in. I have to change it back to 0 then. So I'm going to change this back to 0. Yeah, to stop. You can see it to stop. You can see it stopped. So we are good to go. I'm just going to add the random texture, general texture. I don't want to waste our time in this video. So you can take your time texturing your outfit on CLO3D. So stop my simulation. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to my library. Sorry, I said my library. Go back to CLO, right? Fabric, yes. And let me look for a neat fabric. Just a neat fabric is fine. So neat spacebar, and let me see. Let me use neat theory, and I'm going to drag this here. Good, and cancel this. Select all the pattern, yes, and still synchronizing. Let me see. So let me select again. Yeah, good, and select all this to this. Yeah, so I'm going to scroll down, select these fabrics. So the property editor is supposed to change after selecting the fabric. Yeah, so I'm going to select switch color. It will load a bit. Yeah, change to white, and then change the color to coming. I'm going to select close, and let's set it as this color and apply and close. Yep, so we have something like this. So I'm trying to simulate again. You can see, and we can also reduce the particle distance. I want to reduce it to 10. So, but you can reduce it to as 5. 5 is good. So I've selected all the pattern. Okay, let me select all the pattern. Sorry, and change this to 10 and simulate again. So we are good to go. Stop my simulation. Let me just pack this outfit and UV editor. So that's good. So I'm just going to select. Oh, this is arranged. You can see this is the one I didn't even know it's arranged properly on the UV editor. Let me see if there's nothing. Okay, there's this outside. This is the neck, if I'm right. Oh, there's the waist. I'll just place it somewhere here. I'm going to just reduce this a bit. Yeah, this is fine. And cancel this. So we are good to go. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to delete this avatar. We already have our epo, so I'm going to delete this. Delete the character, sorry. Select file, select import, select Alembic, yes. And we're going to go to our download. Don't forget. Okay, okay. Where's download? Where are you? Yeah, mail, and select open. So select add here, meter, and select okay. So you can see we have this so fast. So this is our character. So we are going to go to animation, and it's here. If you are using old version, probably you go to this side. So I'm still used to the old version. That's why my mouse is going back to the previous position. So this is animation here and animation editor. So we have this, and let me just drag the timeline so you can see what I'm saying. The clothes won't fall because I did not simulate the clothes, you can see. So let me just set it back a bit. So this line, our end frame is about, I don't know. Let me drag it to this. So yeah, so we have this, and this. So okay. So make sure you are changing this from custom to animation stable. This place is going to be 5. Yeah, 5 steps. And you can now record your animation. You are good to go. So just click on record, which I'll skip this part and I'll show you the result. So I'm done recording the animation on the clothes. So you can see this. Anyway, this animation looks weird from mixer mode. The ham. So this is it. I'm just pulling through. You can see. So we have this. So what we just need is first is to export only the clothes. We don't need the character. So that's all we need. I'm going to just cancel this. Go to, okay, let me just set this back to the start frame so it will look weird. Where are you? Just set your start frame. Yeah, it's fine. So let me just select file, select export, select sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, Alembic, if I'm right. Then I'm still going to set it as male clothes. Hey, I didn't spell that way. M, and select save. So you can see now, before in my previous tutorial, most time I bake on this particular spot before baking here, but now I can bake everything here because they are giving me more options. Before, you only see diffuse and normal map, but now you can see diffuse, normal, metalness, roughness, opacity, and displacement map here. So I can bake all my map while exporting my animation here. So I don't really need to bake here and then come back. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'll just click on thickness 4K if you like. Let me see 4096. Yeah, we're good. Make sure it's thick and yeah, entire region. I'm exporting them. Yeah, exactly, entire region is fine. And select. Okay. So let's wait for this. So now I've exported my animation. Now let's go back to Blender and bring in our cloth. Yeah, so let me just use the same folder. I'm going to select file, I'm going to select import, I'm going to select Alembic. I'm going to go to download, male clothes, and select import Alembic. So we have this, and when I play this, you can see it, you can see the wrinkles, you can see everything. So what is left now is texturing. Yeah, so let me just go to my shading aspect and bring this. We're going to be using the UDIM tiles, not the normal way I don't know, I'll explain it in this video. So this is it, and I'm going to click on new. I'm going to select the principled BSDF, Control Shift T. Yep, and go to download back. This is where we have our texture. Okay, still loading. So I have just this one, two, shift, hold on shift and hold on, select the first one, hold on shift and select the last one, select principled BSDF. Then we are going to rearrange it properly. You can see we have something like this. So I'm going to select this male diffuse map and select one, hold on control and select the, sorry, I'm going to select this first. I'm going to select this secondly and select open. Let me see. Yeah, it fits in. You can see this. You can see the texture too. So it's very, very important. And I'm going to select the normal too. And I'm going to select which one is the first one? I don't know. Let me see. This is one. Yeah, this is two. And select open. But then we are going to change this sRGB back to non-color. Then let it reload. So you can see we have this. You can go back to our layout. You can go back to this to see it, and we can just always play this. I don't know, it might be slow a bit. So, but then this is it. Let me hide the bone. Can I hide the bone? See, yep. And this part of the bone too. Yeah, so we have something like this. You can see this. So this is just the basic idea of my workflow in animating with custom character. If you want to learn about adding air to your character, you can check some of my tutorial videos. So thank you for following this video from Timmy the Creator. You can also check out my mockup design on my website, fourth wall, or you also see some mockup below this particular video, and also link is in the description box. So thank you once again for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator.